Hi, it's Mary Ellen. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thanks for stopping by. Today is part 2 of my fitness journal setup. And if you haven't seen part 1, I will link that below, but you can go back and watch that. It's probably my last video or 2 videos ago. So you can check that out and see where we are with that. I'm going to just show you quickly the pages I made. I still have to fill that out, but the pages that I made. I'm going to try to use the whole journal for years. So here's my 2024 goals, my why page, and then we did a measurement page, which I have not filled out yet, but I'm going to be doing that probably after this video. So if you didn't see that video, I'm on a kind of fitness health journey because I don't feel good. I have been really sedentary for the past few years from chronic pain and trauma and everything, but no excuses. I really need to get strong and fuel my body and be healthy. It is really a goal of mine, and so that's what I'm doing with this. I joined a gym where I'm doing personal training 3 times a week. I am trying to dial in my nutrition, so I'm tracking that. So I needed a place to put this stuff. This next page is going to be meal ideas. And the reason I need a meal idea page is because I'm trying to get in 100 grams of protein a day, at least 100. And if I don't eat intentionally and like have ideas for meals that are protein forward, I'm not going to eat enough protein. And so I want to make sure that I have ideas because they're all kind of swirling around in my mind right now. And sometimes I just throw stuff together that's not very appetizing just to get my nutrition in. So I just want like breakfast, lunch, and dinner ideas. So I'm going to put them here. There's not going to be much to this page in this video because I'm just going to kind of decorate around it. And then I'm going to write those in on my own because it's going to take me a while to sit in the kitchen and figure out stuff. I'm going to do similar to this up here. I'm just going to write meal ideas. I'm just going to start right here, I guess. I probably should have measured it out because I think it's going to end too close to the middle. I mean, too far from the middle. I'm kind of trying to space it out a little bit. I guess that's okay. Okay, good enough. Rather than do the same thing with these stripes, well, I was going to do vertical stripes, which would be kind of cool, but since I have 3 pages of this, maybe I should just continue this. Every year, if I continue this journal, hopefully I will continue it, it'll be like a different little theme. This year I'm using Simple Joys, the Happy Planner sticker book, and the colors from that are like this. So I'm bringing those colors in and using those stickers. So that way, like it's all kind of cohesive for the whole year. I think that will be kind of cool. Every year I'll pick like a different theme or a different sticker book. Like I said, if I continue, I'm not great at keeping up with health and fitness journals or planners or anything like that, but I'm really going to try this time. And I'm not making it too daunting. I'm really trying to like only put in what's necessary for me and not so many bells and whistles that it will be too hard for me to keep up. That's kind of what's happening with me this year, is that I'm having trouble keeping up with my planners. So I'm trying to make them really simple. My reading journals like that. Like there's so many pages that I would love to put in here that really excite me, but I know myself and I honestly just know that I will not keep up with it if I make it too complicated. So that's why I'm making it pretty simple. Same thing with my reading journal. There were so many pages that seemed so fun and exciting, but I'd rather have a filled out simple planner or journal than one that I don't use because I'm too overwhelmed by it. All right, that is good enough. I know there's like a lot less space here than there is here, but we're okay with that. No perfectionism right now. I'm going to take this, put a flower here, and then next to it, I'm going to write breakfast, made it too big, I think. Yeah, I really didn't intend to make the letters that big, but that's okay. And then we'll do one like halfway down the page. We'll do lunch, dinner, and then snacks. So I'm just going to write pretty small when I do it. I'll probably write one idea here, all the way down, or even 3 across, and abbreviate and stuff. This part might be sloppy when I get around to doing it, but that's fine with me. Does that look about right? This is my this is my jankety way of measuring. Just like, okay, how about that? Looks about right. Okay. Lunch. Make sure I'm on the same line here. I think I need to move that up a little bit. Okay, and then we'll do snacks down here. Snacks is a little bit wonky, but we'll leave it. Okay, now let's just do this. Do like some lines across to take up that space, just for like decoration. Maybe we could put some stickers along that line. Let's see. We could use these little ones, but there's not going to be enough. Well, there's these too. What if I use this? Let's see how that would look. I mean, that's kind of cute. Okay. We'll put these over it because you're going to be able to see, whoops. Oh no. You're going to be able to see the pink through it. So I think that'll be cute. I got some black on that from that ink there. So I won't be able to use that part. Oh, I don't want this. Well, all right, let's do this down here because I don't want the green. It starts green here. I don't, oh my gosh, I can't speak. The first flower is green there, or BAM, or whatever this is. And so I didn't want to make this one green. I'll make this one green. Does that make sense? I just don't like it when the same colors start at the same time. Oh my gosh, that didn't make sense either. I think you know what I mean. Yikes. Okay, that one is trash. We're gonna get another one here. We'll start with the yellow. And then we'll use the same one. Oh, both of them are green. Okay, let's cut the little one, the little green one off and start with pink. Okay, so that's really cute, and it'll just be a space for me to jot down everything. It'll be really messy and small. Okay, so now we're into July goals. Every month I'm going to try to do a page where I have maybe 3 or 4 goals that I want to track for the month. It might change month to month, or it might be the same. I don't really know yet. So we're just gonna do our best, and in August reevaluate and see like what I want to do for August. But for now, maybe July goals go here, and then like trackers here. So we're gonna start with July goals at the top. How big is this writing? I just want to make sure that I'm sort of using about the same number of dots for each of these. That's 5. I think this one was 4. Okay, well, that's all right. I'm just going to wing it. I know it might not be centered. Actually, maybe we start for this one. Maybe I'll start all the way left justified so that I can be sure that I don't have to worry about centering it. I'll do that once in a while. So the monthly goals aren't really going to be measurable like my yearly goals. They're going to be more habits than goals, really. But the goal is to keep these habits that I'm going to be using. Not using. Doing, I guess. Wow. So for this one, I think instead of going the vertical, we are going to do like a little, the horizontal, we are going to do a little vertical line action next to it just for something different. So we're going to do one of those. Let's do blue next. I'm going to turn this, it's easier to work with. So I'm just following the dots that are on the page. That's what's so great about dot grid journals, is that, or dot grid paper in general, is that you can center things and make sure things are even, which I like. Okay, some little stripes there. So we have July goals. How are we going to write these July goals? I don't know, because if I keep using box stickers from here, I'm going to run out of box stickers, and then I want to continue this through December. So maybe we just draw our own boxes. How would I draw some pink boxes? I might not even need boxes, actually. What I could do is write the goals here and then start my trackers here. I have 4 goals for July. I'm going to do it like this. Probably should have made it all the way across, but okay. I think I talked about this in my other video, but I'm just going to quickly explain my goals. I think I'm just going to use, well, should I use I'm wondering if I should keep going with like this thick black writing, or I guess so. We're using a Pigma Micron size 1, in case I didn't mention that before. Okay, so I'm just going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. So on my Patreon, we have a chat going where we have like this challenge. It's like a July health challenge. I don't tell them what to do, but we are like encouraging each other. We're all setting our own goals, and we're all encouraging each other and supporting each other through it. So my first goal is strength training 3 times a week. Now this one will be pretty easy because, like I said, I did join a new gym. And I'm going Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 9 a.m. And I can switch the time whenever I want, but they're going to know if I'm not there. Like, they're really going to know. And they're going to call me saying, Mary Ellen, why aren't you at the gym? It's accountability, right? So this is going to be easy to keep as long as I don't hurt myself or anything. I am going down the shore for maybe a week during this time. So when I'm at the shore, they do have like a virtual option if you're away or something. I may do that, or I might just do my own thing, but I'm going to try to keep it up while I'm at the shore, at the beach, which I never do when I'm on vacation. And normally I wouldn't, but since I just started this program, I really want to keep going with it and not stop, especially when I'm going to be eating more and, you know, probably drinking and stuff like that while I'm down there. So I want to keep it going. The next one is sleep 7 to 8 hours per night. And sleep is so important for us, and I think it's something that gets neglected sometimes. Yes, me too. Like, I have been not great with sleep throughout the years, and I'm really trying to dial it down. I do go to bed really early now, just so that I can have my time in bed to like watch my TikToks or read my book, like my wind down time. And so I usually go to bed now like around 9, sometimes earlier, sometimes later. And then that way I'm asleep usually by 11, and then I wake up around 7. Now that can change depending on what I have going on each day and how late I stay up. If I stay up later, I'm sleeping later. The downside to that is that I don't get started on my day until later, and I feel like I'm behind. So I really do try to go to bed early. Now, I have the option of doing that because I live alone now, and I don't have a partner who says, hey, let's stay up and watch this show, or, you know, coming up and waking me up, which happened when Mike lived here. I would try to go to bed early, but he stayed up really late every night, like at least midnight, usually later. And so he would come upstairs and I would wake up like every single night. So I felt like I was getting broken sleep, and then I couldn't get back to sleep. Like that was a big problem for me. But now, since I'm by myself, I don't have to worry about that. So I can keep my own sleep schedule. So that's what I'm trying to do and really stick to it. Weekends might be a little bit different if I go out at night, which I don't that much. But if I do, you know, I can adjust in that way. All right. So the next goal is to eat 100 grams of protein each day. I talked about protein in the last video. Also, disclaimer, all of this is not health advice. This is just me and what I'm doing. So, you know, if you want to make changes in your life, I would advise you to talk to your doctor first or some other kind of professional before you start any sort of workout program or any sort of nutrition program. Just because, you know, everyone's bodies are different and everyone reacts to things in different ways, and everyone has different challenges too, like physical challenges. So I'm not giving fitness or medical advice or nutrition advice, okay? But for me, I want to get in at least 100 grams of protein a day, which is recommended by my trainers. And also, it's incredibly difficult to build muscle in menopause. And so adding in extra protein, it can help build muscle, which is going to be very, very difficult for me. I also have different timing around workouts. Like I make sure that I eat protein before my workout and carbs. I'm eating carbs as well. I'm making sure that I have that before my workout and after my workout. And they're kind of giving me tips on that, like how much to eat before and after and all of that. So I'm working on that. But my goal really is at least 100 grams each day. That's really hard to get in. That's a lot harder than I thought. I thought my diet was really well balanced, but when I've been I use the MyFitnessPal app, and when I've been putting all of my information in for over a week now, I've been doing it, and I've really noticed that I don't eat nearly enough protein on a regular basis. Like I thought I did, but it is difficult to get in that much protein, and so I have to like intentionally plan for it. I think as I go on, I won't have to. I can eventually stop tracking and probably just do it intuitively. But for now, I really want to sort of track and see how my macros are, like my protein, my fat, and my carbohydrates. Like what percentage am I getting each day? It's really complicated, but this is basically, you know, what I'm trying to do here. And then my last goal is water intake. And I've tried to make this goal in the past, and I do not do well with water intake, but this time I'm doing pretty well, you guys. And but my goal for July is only 64 ounces of water each day, which isn't a lot, but it's more than I usually drink. What I'm doing that's helping so far, it's actually in July that I'm filming this, so I did start all of this. Yes, I'm late. But what I'm doing that's helping is I buy water bottles at the grocery store. I'll buy like a case of 17-ounce bottles. And I'm taking 4 of those bottles and I'm putting them on one side of my refrigerator. Now, I know you could say it's not good to drink all of that bottled water or whatever. I understand, but like this is what's working for me right now. I take 4 of those bottles, I move them to the other side of the fridge so I can see the bottles, okay? And then as I go through the day, I either drink it out of those bottles or I pour it into my water bottle, my separate metal water bottle. And so then I can look in the refrigerator, and at all times I can see how much I have left to drink for the day. I wasn't really doing that before. I was trying to, you know, track it different places. And like, then I thought, well, why don't I just do that? My water dispenser, my refrigerator was broken, which is why I started getting those bottles. Otherwise, I'd just use that. But now that I have those, I did fix the water dispenser. So now I think what I'm going to do is just keep those bottles, refill them, just so I can see them, at least for July. Water intake, as we all know, is so important. And I'm a Gen X girl. We did not drink enough water back in the day. We didn't really drink water at all. In fact, you know, we weren't really told to drink a lot of water. And so it wasn't really a thing. So we drank a lot of juice and milk and soda. We would drink water if we were sick, or we would drink water at the water fountain at school, or if we were like maybe outside and it was really hot out, we would drink water from the hose. But like, we never carried around water bottles. Water bottles didn't really exist, I don't think, in the 70s. I'm not sure. But anyway, when you grow up, not prioritizing water, it is difficult to get it in. Like my kids don't seem to have a problem because they grew up drinking it, at least more than I did. So I am going to make a tracker for all the days in July for each of these habits. Okay, I think I changed my mind of how I was doing this. I was going to do like blocks and do like a calendar type thing, but I think now what I'm going to do, so there's 33 dots across here. So what I'm going to do is each day is going to be like a block like that. And that way I can fit half the month across, and then we're going to go into like right below for the second half of the month. So I can do 1 habit, 2 habits, 3 habits, 4 habits. I think that's going to make sense. I don't know. I'm not used to bullet journaling at all. Like I have bullet journals and I write in them, but I don't like do fancy stuff in them. I just like scribble, you know. But this is just new for me. I'm going to start with strength training. I don't know if I'm going to use a ruler. I guess I will use a ruler. I don't like using rulers, but I'm going to do it. So I guess I'm going to do it like this. Does anybody else not like using rulers for stuff like this? I don't know. I always end up getting like smears and things. I just don't like it that much. Or like the line isn't straight. Sometimes I feel like I do better just freehanding things. I probably should have like left space between strength training and this, but here we are, learning as we're going along. Now I'm just gonna do lines like freehand for these. Okay, so I hope this works out. I might end up stuck with a bigger block over here. I think actually that might be a real thing. I don't know if I counted properly. I should have left that open. Oh, it worked out. Look at that. Nice. Okay. So now I'm going to take a 𝘬𝘬 0.38. Yeah, I'm just going to write the numbers in of the days. I'm going to end up, since there's only 4 habits, I'm going to end up with so much space at the bottom. Oh, look, see, this is what I'm talking about. Somewhere on my hands. Yeah, that's what I mean, that I get it on my hands and then it transfers to the paper. Is there a way to do it so that doesn't happen? Is it just me? Like, am I just sloppy? I don't know. But I'm going to have to like color that in later. Okay. Anyway, as I was saying, if I continue just here, it's going to end like here. So instead, maybe we make more space between them. It doesn't have to be completely even. I just didn't want it to be like way off. If we do that there, and then we do. All right, we'll just do it here. I am very challenged with like spatial awareness and measurements and stuff like that. Like I actually think I might have like a learning disability in that. I'm not really sure. Somebody mentioned that in the comments recently, that maybe I have like a learning disability. And I didn't take offense to it because honestly, I had never really thought about that before. Like I knew that I had trouble with things like measuring things and fitting things into other things and like seeing how it would be when it's flipped. And math stuff in general, but like especially that. So I always knew that was a problem, but like I took some tests online to see if I had it, and like I failed those tests miserably. So I guess I have some sort of learning challenge with that. Anyway, I'm just going to write sleep here. Yeah, I never really knew that, but apparently something going on because I can't figure things out sometimes. You've seen me cut shapes of paper, and like if I'm cutting, there was one video where I cut, this is besides the point, but there's one video where I had a triangle like this and I wanted to do a triangle like that. And I was using like, the paper was like patterned on one side and not on the other side or something. And so I did this one and then I traced it. So I knew the shape, but I had to like flip it or something and I couldn't do it. Like it was embarrassing, actually. I could not do it correctly. The shape came out all wrong. And so that's why I'm like, yeah, maybe there's something to that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I don't know. That would explain a lot though. I'm also really bad with like reading maps. My sense of direction isn't great, I don't think, in that like walking directions and stuff. If I look at it, like Google Maps or something and I turn it, like sometimes it's just complicated for me to like figure out which way I'm supposed to go. Maybe that's everybody, but I don't know. I mean, I know my left from my right just fine, like, but yeah, it's weird. So sometimes like measuring things like this, sometimes I have challenges doing that too. And I'll like calculate it wrong and mess it up. Doing okay so far. Okay, I'm just gonna write protein here. I think my letters are getting smaller as I go down the page, but that's all right. What did I say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And here, right into the smudge area. So basically what I'm going to do with these is color them in with this pen, I think. And hopefully they'll dry enough by the time I do it so that it won't smear. We'll see. I thought about, instead of putting the numbers in there, I thought about doing like writing in how I was doing, like how many hours of sleep and how many grams of protein. But instead I decided that I'm only going to color it in if I get at least 7 hours of sleep, if I get at least 100 grams of protein. That way it's just simpler. Ooh, squiggle line there, crazy line. Okay, water. Oh, it definitely got smaller as I went along. That's all right. Now we're doing the same thing here. This is why this is very time consuming, and this is why I don't do bullet journal spreads for like my planner, because I do find it really rewarding when you're done. And I like the thought of it, but the whole setup where you have to do the calendars and stuff, it's very tedious. And I just honestly, if I'm being completely honest, I don't have the patience for it. I love it when it's done, but I don't have the patience to do it. So that's why I use a dated calendar. I just can't, I get annoyed if it takes too long. I love bullet journaling and I love like how it looks and I love watching those videos and stuff. I just, yeah, never say never, but for now, this like dated planner and like specialty journals are working better for me. Now I don't expect to be absolutely perfect in July. In the past, I have been like 100 or 0. So if I mess up, I'm just like, oh, that's it. I can't do it. I don't want to be like that. So I know things come up. My goal is to be as good as I can be and do my best and see how I do at the end of the month. Like, how did I do? we'll see. But I'm hoping I'll do well. But you know, perfectionism is what causes me to fail. So I'm really doing my best to let go of that as I get older, because it doesn't help anything. It just makes me crazy. It makes me like upset. So yeah, I'm gonna put, since I have all this space and I don't know what else to put there, I'm gonna take like one of these big stickers. Now every month is gonna be different. So now that I see how much space this takes up, I can fit them here. So I think for months going forward, we're only going to need 1 page, but I didn't know that yet. So instead, I'm going to put stickers here. Now, I wouldn't be able to put stickers there every month because I'm going to run out of stickers in this book unless I got another one of these books. But I feel like I want to put in one of these because that's really cute. And I'm growing, blooming, and becoming. That is what I'm doing. I need to put more than this though, because this is very small. Let's put a couple of these up here in that space. Maybe I could make like a notes section down here. That's a thought. Let's take the green pen and just sort of do a little frame around this, just because it looks kind of boring. So I explained in my other video that this is such a function. Whoa. Well, this helps with what I'm about to say. This is such a functional journal for me. It's like I just wanted to get it done, and I didn't want to like put too much pressure on myself to make it pretty and super decorative. I know it like is kind of cute, but do you know what I mean? So I'm not like getting crazy about making it perfect, and so I don't know, that is bugging me, but like that does help that I just said that. My goal was to make it quick and not get overwhelmed with it, and so I think that's going pretty well. So we're just gonna put some flowers down, not worry about it so much. It's okay. I'm doing my best, and it's perfectly imperfect. So yeah, I mean, that's cute. So I think down here, yeah, we're gonna have notes, and maybe notes down here too, I guess. And then maybe I can write like how I'm feeling, or what are my challenges, or whatever. Actually, over here, maybe instead of notes, I could put like, how did it go? Monthly thoughts, wait, final thoughts, end of month thoughts, I guess. I know that that's not great, but I'm gonna just do end of month thoughts. Let me take this. I'll just do that. Okay. Is that everything? I think that's everything for now. So I'm going to do a name page by myself, but let me just show you again. So we have, in case you didn't see that last video, the goals of the year are consistent workouts all year, stick with nutrition plan all year, gain 4 pounds of muscle and do 1 push-up, improve posture. And then here's my why. You can pause to read if you'd like and watch that other video because I explain all that. My measurements here, I have not filled it in yet. I'm going to do so after I stop the camera. And then we have meal ideas, and then my July goals and my trackers. Okay, cool. I'm glad I finally set it up. Like I said, it is July already. We are at least a few days into July, but I am proud of myself that I did this because I tend to put things like this off. And hopefully I will be able to fill it out every day. I just have to remember to do it. And I will let you know, maybe I will do a setup every month or something for a while and let you know like how I did all my goals and how they're going. Leave your goals in the comments. I would love people to be inspired to get healthy. But like I said, this is not medical advice. And if you are interested in joining my Patreon challenge, where we have like a whole conversation going, you can go to patreon.com/planningwithbumble, and that link is always in the description. All right. Oh, I'll link this for you too. It's so cute, right? It's Archer and Olive. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a healthy and happy day, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.